Greetings, programs. Welcome to another Minifig Monday. And you might be asking yourself, well, why are we doing this character again? Well, it's because I did a 20-minute long Minifig Monday on him. And not a lot of people have 20 minutes long to watch a video, so I said to myself, well, we'll redo this. And here we are with Rinzler once again. However, this isn't going to be 20 minutes. This is going to be the standard version like all the other videos. So welcome back to the grid programs. And we are joined by Rinzler, who is the villain of the LEGO Ideas Tron Legacy set. Of course, the one-off set from LEGO Ideas. Came out in 2018, is quite expensive now, and is quite phenomenal despite being so small of a set. This is the bad guy, the villain, the antagonist of the set. This is Rinzler. There's not going to be any spoilers for the Tron Legacy movie, unlike the 20-minute long one. This character is incredibly awesome. There's a number of cool things that go on with this figure. And he makes his appearance only in one set, of course, the Tron Legacy set. It's pretty awesome. Rinzler is quite faithfully recreated here as a small minifig. He's got a lot of great detail, like a lot of great detail. I'm gonna try my best to show it to you. But first, I'll give you 360 of him. You may be noticing he's not really holding anything. That's because he does have accessories. They're just here on his back. You can see here, he's got the double identity discs because he is that awesome. Well, it's more like he has two identities. But the detail here is not as in your face as the Cora and Flynn figures, where those figures are like a lot more poppy. Like you can actually see their colors more. They're like the light blue. They've got a lot more, I guess, busy detail. But Rinzler's costume is a lot more subtle. It's not as, flashy. It's not as, in your face. It's not screaming, hey, I'm from Tron, look at me. It's more like, little details. But it's really nice. There's a lot of great stuff. Unfortunately, he does not have arm printing, unlike Flynn and Cora. But he doesn't really need it because in the movie, he didn't really have like that much detail on his arms. It was like barely anything. So that makes sense. He does have back printing. I will show that later in the video. I'll actually pull off the stuff. But it's really awesome. He does have the helmet. The helmet is not new, per se. Like, it's not a new piece, but it is new print. It's a new color and print, where it's got the silver lines and the orange highlights here. That's very accurate to the movie. In the movie, it was a lot more pointy, but here I can kind of excuse it because I don't know. I mean, they couldn't make a new mold for it, so I kind of understand that. It's the Invincible Iron Man helmet piece that was first used in the classic, like, it was used in the Detroit Steel Strikes, that kind of like mech set with Iron Man. That was like the first set it came in, I believe. And it's been in some sets, like the Beware the Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming and this set, obviously, and some other Marvel sets as well. Like the Super Adaptoid from that one Captain America Jet set. So it's been in use for a while, but it works perfectly here for Rinzler. Like, it just looks so menacing. Like, it looks so, like, accurate to the movie. Despite it not even being made for him. Like, it was just made for Iron Man. You can see kind of the Iron Man-esque detail. But it works perfect. You might notice my reflection in the helmet. That's because it does have a reflective shine, like, spray coating on it, I believe, to make it hit the light. So it kind of absorbs the light and kind of bounces it off the helmet. So you'll notice every time I move Rinzler, that reflection stays the same. It's just the light gets brighter. It's a really cool effect. It's really cool. And it's really accurate to the movie, again, where Rinzler's helmet is very shiny. It's very reflective. There's a really disappointing part of Rinzler. There's one bad part. I'll show that in a little bit. But the detail he does have is pretty incredible. Maybe you'll notice this. There's a little tiny group of squares. And that is actually, I don't want to spoil it. Okay, I don't want to spoil it. But that's a big that's a big hint as to who Rinzler really is. He's mostly just black, but he's got some orange highlights. The orange highlights really make him pop, but not as much as the other two, which is fine because in the Tron universe, the orange and red are the villains. So that's what they wear. They wear the darker colors. No feet printing, that's okay. He doesn't need any arm printing. I think that's fine. The disappointing part, we'll get to that in a minute. The weapons that he has, the accessories, are really just these. The disc pieces, like the circular round tiles with the hole in the middle. They call them donut pieces. That's what Rinzler uses. And if you're wondering, his neck bracket is different from Cora and Sam's. Let me get Cora for a minute. So you can see her back piece is like a clear piece with two studs. But Rinzler's is just has a pin and it's in black. So it's meant to hold the double discs, like both of them, because he has the two discs as weapons. If you watch the movie, you'll know why he has the two discs. I'm not going to spoil it. But I will take the disc off his back. They're pretty easy to take off. You just kind of have to push a little bit, or tug, and they'll come off. It's pretty nice. The back printing, I will show that in a moment. Here's the discs. They're the same as Cora and Sam's disc parts, except they're in orange, which looks a lot cooler, which is awesome. These are his weapons. He can use them to throw them like frisbees, those are both of his identities. So he has two different identities. I'm not going to spoil it, but if you've seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. Here's his back, which is kind of boring. You might be able to see a bit of human flesh peeking under his helmet there. But let me take off, well, I might as well just take off his head and his neck bracket so you can actually see the back printing. Let me get it. Take that off there so you can actually see that there. That is the back printing. That looks pretty good. It's very accurate to the movie, again, just like the front. It's kind of weird though, like the design looks a little bit interesting. You got more orange highlights. It looks great. Hopefully you guys can see it. There's also the 3 layers as well that I mentioned. It just continues on the back. And if there wasn't a neck bracket, then this would be where the disc would go. So yeah, that's the back of him. And let me put him back together so we can take a look at his face, which that's the worst part of the figure, is his face. It's like the worst. It's just, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the best thing. But before we do that, let me actually show you what he looks like with his discs in his hand. So, yeah, he can actually grip the discs in his hand. Let me get it to work. Hold on. There we go. Take that away. All right, that's what he looks like with both of his discs there. You can obviously make him fling them around or, you know, wield them. Dual wield. Looks very nice. And I will reveal his face now. Let me take the discs away for just a moment. Let me take off his helmet, which this is the most... this is his face. This is the worst part of the figure. I get why they did this. This is like basically because Rinzler doesn't take his helmet off in the movie, so it doesn't really matter. But like, it just looks really goofy to have this random Star Wars head just like on Rinzler. But it kind of looks like Bruce Boxleitner, kind of, but not really. It's just all right. So yeah, let's put that helmet back on. There's no alternate face. It's just the one face for him. Let me put his discs back on. Arm him up here. Put 1 and 2 and 3. Let me get his helmet back on. So yeah, that's him. That's Rinzler. Oh, this figure is just incredible. Like, it looks so like the movie. Like, it's like the most accurate figure other than the other two. Could he have used arm printing? Maybe. I mean, it wouldn't really, I don't think it matters to have that. But it just looks so incredible. Rinzler is one of many reasons to buy the Tron set. I mean, if you're a big Tron fanatic, then you obviously already have it. This is one of the best, like, translated from the source material figures that I have ever seen. Like, it just looks so good. It just looks so great. Like, I can't even. It just looks so nice. And, it looks awesome. I love the helmet. It works so good. The discs are great. The detail is on point. And, it's awesome, man. But that's Rinzler. I might cover him a little more in the pros and cons, and, also the new series I'm working on. But that's him. His bike looks even cooler than he, probably, a little bit. I feel like the orange could be a little bit more poppier, but that's like super nitpick. That's like the most super nitpick ever. I love Rinzler, and I hope any of you that don't have this set I hope you guys get a chance to get it, because right now it's the only Tron set, and it's kind of unfortunate. But if you really, like, if you see this video and you want Rinzler, good luck, because he's really expensive, because he only appears in one set. So, yeah, just cherish this figure if you have it, if you have this set, because it's pretty expensive. So, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hope I showed you everything you wanted to see. I'll cover him in, I'll probably cover him more in depth with the pros and cons video. And also the other video I'm working on, like the new series. But I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching programs. And, I hope this interests you. At least if you're not a Tron fan, I hope at least it kind of, like, is entertaining or interesting to you. But I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you in the next one, which will probably be on Korra, to kind of finish this trio of Tron figures. But I will see you then. Please take care. End of line.